Hey guys, it's Paul Trimmer here from Puerto Vallarta. Today we're talking about loans in Mexico versus cash. So most transactions here are in cash. Now when I say cash, I don't mean people turning up with a suitcase of actual money, but people are buying with cash, with wire transfer, rather than getting a mortgage or a loan. So the things you need to know about getting loans here. They don't kind of look the same, and the process is not the same as other countries like in Canada and US. First of all, you need more of a deposit. They're more expensive. You pay more of an interest rate for them. So they're not quite what you may be familiar with. So you want to inquire about your likelihood of getting a loan and the costs involved in that for getting a loan here, because that will help with your decision making. Now, the other thing is, if you're buying a property subject to getting a loan, that's like, for the seller, it's a much less attractive offer, because it's actually quite a lengthy process as well to get the loan approved. And there's costs up front to you as the buyer. So what happens is you would put in an offer subject to getting a loan. For the seller, that means they have to wait around for you to get the loan. So often they will put in a contingency to say that if they get a cash offer, in the meantime, they'll have 72 hours or 5 working days to to give you the opportunity to go ahead with the deal and remove the contingency for the loan, or they can sell to another buyer. By that stage, you may have paid fees to the loan agency. You may have had an inspection done on the property. So you've had to, pay for things, and then all of a sudden you lose the property to another buyer. So it's a little bit unfair to you as the buyer, and for sellers, it's a less attractive offer. So you just need to know that up front. Also, take a note that you can look at getting loans back home, say in Canada or the US. The overall, banks don't tend to like lending for overseas real estate. So they may not, even if you have a great credit rating, they may not like lending for you to buy real estate down in Mexico. But that's not a cutthroat, black and white thing. You need to talk to your bank back home and ask them the possibility of that. Now, I see a lot of the time people kind of come to Puerto Vallarta and they get swept up in the beauty and kind of think, this is a great place to invest. I'm going to get a real estate agent and I'm going to get a loan, and it's going to be a positive cash flow. I see that a lot less. I don't think it's really hard to get a positive cash flow here if you're getting a loan. So what I see more is younger people getting a loan, buying a property. It's their vacation property, but they rent it out, and it pays almost for itself, but not completely. But the intention is to one day retire here and live here full time. That's what I see more of, rather than investors coming in and buying real estate just for the cash flow. It does happen, but it's a little less here. So I guess my advice is, you want to know where you stand before you start looking at property. So you want to know that you are very highly likely going to get a loan for a certain amount to be able to buy property here before you find your real estate agent, before you start looking at properties, because it's very disappointing for you if you fall in love with the absolute perfect property and put in an offer subject to a loan, and then they accept it, and then you realize you can't purchase. It's really upsetting and heartbreaking. So you want to do that due diligence and research before you start the process of buying real estate here. So I hope that helps. Get in contact if you have questions. And in the next episode, we're going to talk about how showings work here in PV, because it's slightly different to other countries. So join my newsletter, go to my website, and I will see you next time. Bye.